Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the penultimate match of Season 45, and we are in Kyber 3 and we lost last match. We didn't take it very seriously, and that definitely cost me. My opponent, Zemchir, he was a 4GL player, and he played a really good, clean match. I think we got one hold up front, right here with CLS. Everything else was one shot. And we did a little bit of testing. Fleet was a little bit sloppier where we needed multiple attempts, and that brought the banner score down. So we didn't really, even if I had taken it seriously, I don't think Fleet would have gone differently. So this one would have been a loss in any scenario. So very well done by Zemch. I am very concerned that we have reached a point with my roster where we really need to make some upgrades in order for us to still compete. We are losing more and more matches. My defense is holding less and less. We were at a similar point like this about a year ago when just before we had unlocked Aphra and Jabba, and I think we've reached that point again where we've pushed this roster to the limit and other rosters have caught up and become strong enough where just all the little tricks and traps don't work anymore. This bracket, Kyber 3, my opponent today, Darth Wesker, 6 GL player, 19 Omis, relic depth at 160, which is pretty solid. Little shallower at 196, but not in a problematic zone. Relic distribution is pretty strong. Definitely has advantages there. With the 6-dot mod game, though, he has weaker mods. Not like the last opponent. The last opponent had significantly weaker mods. This guy's mods are more in line with the rest of the bracket, but I've got the advantage. I have the best mods in the bracket. DATACRONs, he's basically a non-participant. He does have some level 9 crons, so that might help out. I haven't checked what they are. And then my Datacrons are the best of the bracket. There's one guy who's I'm almost tied with, but I have the edge. Particularly in the 6 to 8 range, we're tied with level 9s. My opponent does not have Jabba, but has everything else. We are looking at a 7 relic Darth Malgus, 3 Omi. He's got Raddus, Iden, Starkiller at relic 7, Dash, Wampa at relic 7, which is good. Savage, no Traya Omi. That's kind of surprising, especially since he has a relic Traya. But this is what happens when you throw 3 Omis on like a Malgus or a Starkiller. They're good Omis, they make the characters better, but do they supersede what Traya does? No. And if you blow all of your Omis on a single character and do it early, that means you have to wait longer when a good Omicron shows up. Now, there's been enough time in game where he still should have been able to throw down a Traya Omi. Qui-Gon, no Aphra. Qui-Gon, not a usable Swolo, not a usable Zori. He does have Third Sister and at relic 7. Captain Rex, no Malicos and Drogon. We got a relic 6 Maul that looks pretty decent. We've got a well-modded Cat, a slow Moff Gideon that's not very usable, no Leviathan, and a 5-star Profundity. That's going to be the biggest help. Like, Fleet these days is the biggest decider for if I'm going to have a win or a loss, and things might work out in that department. Also, I finally remembered to take the Negotiator off of defense so that we can actually test out the Marauder with the Negotiator. Now, as we head through this, looking at the quality of Darth Wesker's modding here, he could be well modded despite the shallowness of some of the mods. As we order by speed, got 15, 20, Dash is at 309, so that's kind of the range, and he has 30 characters modded at that 300 speed level or faster. Shock T being the last one. Karga's at 299. Rex is 296. His Moff Gideon falls below. Rex falls below. CLS. Jango, Newt, like a number of characters like Chupio and Chewbacca should be faster. They don't need to be 300 speed, but they should be faster. Qui-Gon, Tech. These are all characters I like to have significantly faster. Starkiller, Han Solo. So there's a number of good characters. Even Third Sister could be faster. There's a number of characters falling below that mark, but 30 characters is not bad. He's well modded. So let's take a look at this defense. And he has attacked first. He has plenty of time to come back in. And I also expect him to, because the way that he was playing this, I checked throughout yesterday, I checked at multiple points, and he just had done a battle here or there, and so I don't think he's finished. And he's been playing very well, pretty efficiently. Like, he's one-shot the front wall, both front walls, and no issue there. He only had problems in the back. And top wall here, he one-shot back wall. Take a look at this with the squad portion. Darth Revan and Third Sister still standing. He needed 2 shots up against Trench. This is why I put my Watt here, even though Watt would be very valuable to me with Sith Eternal Emperor. He just makes Trench usable. Like, without Trench, or without Watt, Trench shouldn't even be used. And then Darth Revan and Reva here. He needed 2 attempts up against Darth Revan. He might be done, but he might still be going. There's a reason why I put those squads on the back wall. And that Third Sister squad's not good. I wanted to split up my Grand Inquisitor and my Third Sister, which significantly weakens her, but that's why I've thrown her on the back wall. And then he has not attempted a battle up against the Profundity. And with his defense, we are looking at Lord Vader. We got Asajj, weird. Bossk, Zam, Malgus, Qui-Gon with the Qui-Gon DATACRON, which that's very good. So that is one thing I was not entirely expecting, was because of how few DATACRONs he has, for him to have a good one. Now in the lower territory, we are looking at Tuskens, we are looking at Third Sister, the Bad Batch, and Starkiller and Gas. So no GLs so far. Well, up top we had 1 GL with Lord Vader. So let's start with that. So this might be a low GL defense. And did you have Maul with Lord Vader? No Maul with Lord Vader, so we can attempt a Fennec counter, which we definitely will, because we want to try and retain higher quality squads elsewhere. And we're definitely going to begin this way. So let's just jump in. I'd love to take these characters to relics, but we are just focused on Leia right now, and we're going to have to be working towards Bo-Katan. With how good it sounds like Mandalore Bo-Katan is going to be, being a GL level counter, that's a critical type of character for me. The non-GL solutions to GL problems is what we always prioritize. And I'm gonna AoE, but I want to take out Vader, and maybe I should have just basicked on him. We should save that. I'm just gonna do this, and I might regret my decision to do things the way I did. Yeah, I should have just taken out Vader. And basic. Don't die. Yeah, this was my fault. Very much completely my fault. Because we could have taken out Vader easy. And I tried to be fancy. Fine. Okay, but that's why we did it first. I wanted to kind of see what kind of situation we're going to be in. We'll HUD below. We just know we need to save a counter for Lord Vader. But it's also why I want Relic on those characters, because then I may have not tried to tempt myself by seeing if we could take out Vader in other ways. Now here, we're going to attempt a Traya counter, no Scion, using Nihilus. Sometimes this is a win, sometimes it's a cleanup. With his modding, maybe things will be favorable. I'm going to use a basic because there's only 1 debuff on the field, and that might be a waste to drain life. Still a waste to drain life. Basic. We'll use it now because we've wasted 2 turns now. Basic. Alright, we're getting very close to what we need. We'll isolate cooldown. We might have it. I think it's 1 more turn. But we can take out 7th. Yeah, 1 more turn. We'll hit 3rd. Okay, here we go. Third sister's down. Okay. Easy. And we'll just auto. Let them take care of the rest. Which means we still have a number of good counters and teams. Don't you die on me, Traya. I want as many banners as possible. I need to get this squad to relics, dude. This is what I mean about the limitations of my roster without relics. Is we keep trying to push certain things, and a lot of times they work. Like, even though we don't have relics on the Sith trio, most of the time we're okay without it. But it is a type of situation where these things are becoming less and less reliable as my opponent's accounts mature. Tech, I don't know what we want to do with tech. What was that, Malgus? Because I would love to do Sith Eternal Emperor up against Starkiller. In 3v3, that is... I wouldn't do it in 5v5, we'd do Grievous in 5v5. But in this kind of situation, I think we're going to gas that. Let's do it. I think without the synergy between Revan and Bastila, we don't have to worry as much with the clones. Plus, we have a good clone Datacron. One of these here. So we get not that one. Here we get the basic ability for the speed up, and then we get the offense stacking. Plus, we have a couple other stats. Maybe we do this one. We get armor penetration, crit damage. I think that... Nope, that's not it. Yeah, we'll do that. It's offense, crit chance, accuracy. Maybe we do the Cody one, where that's crit damage, offense, crit avoidance. I think we're fine with this, because I might want to play around with Cody later, even though that cost us a battle last round. Maybe we do it again. Now here, if we get through this with gas, that means we have a safer counter up against... Starkiller, and that's going to be a help. Because Starkiller is one of those squads in 3v3 where if you're not saving the right things, you can get into trouble. And we just want to minimize those kinds of situations. Perfect. We got to standing up without losing anybody. That's a huge help. Hopefully we can start countering some of these fools to death. Alright. Landing an armor shred would be pretty helpful. Also, we need the taunt to come down when aerial advantage is happening. We're just gonna call in this. Let's just do this. So I don't want fear to be applied. Alright, we're gonna throw down armor shred. Because we can't get assists onto Revan. But we can take Revan out right now. Perfect. And now we kneel. Probably going to lose somebody, but we'll basic on Malgus. Basic. There's the trigger. We'll tenacity up. We'll basic again. I'm being focused on Malgus just because of the fear mechanic. I don't want to deal with Malik. And maybe that's a mistake, but... And now this doesn't do anything to Malik. But Malik will be down in a moment. Looks like we're going to lose Rex. We'll tenacity up, get a turn. We'll aerial advantage, because it does do, like, tiny bit. Almost. There we go. He's down in a moment. Boom. Perfect. And that frees up Sith Eternal Emperor, so we'll return to that. And how do I want to deal with gas? We'll figure that out, but here, this will be Sith. And I have been throwing in Malik with this squad just because we've been... Because without Watt, having a tank is pretty important, pretty useful. Let's do it. I really need Conquest to come back so we can get some better datacrons for the dark side characters. Now here, let's link. We'll link Pelp and Stark. I guess maybe it's better to go with Mara Jade. But we're going to hit Starkiller. Alright, let's hit Pelp. What Datacron did it even give him? Okay. I need to read this kit again. Alright, we'll hit the ultimate in a second. Alt, blow him up. Perfect, and now we'll let them take out Mara Jade. We are getting super close to Leia. I'm probably less than 5 days, maybe 5 days. Less than a week, definitely less than a week. But I think I'm 40 shards from Drogon as I'm recording this. In kind of a similar point on, yeah, about 40 shards on Scout Trooper. Drogon's going to be finished before Scout Trooper at this rate. We're going to do something here. This might not work, but I'm still going to do it. Because this is something I like to do. It works up against weaker ones. With the relic levels, this might not work. But I think we're going to do it anyway, because I just want to show it. And if we lose this match, we lose the match. But I'd rather do things like this. But I don't think it's going to full clear me anyway. So Darth Talon is in here to boost the speeds. That's pretty important. Vader's a relatively slow character. And now we will Force Crush? Force Crush. We'll basic rounds. It's pretty easy to take out Aurora and Tusken Shaman. They go down. The hard part is the Raider now. Because each of these Raiders is a new Raider. Or not each, I guess the front one, the dots are landing. But the back one is a new Raider. The summon is a new Raider. So as we do this, the dots expire, whereas the dots on the front one stay up. So we need to bring them down both at the same time. That's another reason why there's talent, and also why I brought in Sith Trooper. But the big thing is we need to get Loyal Hand up higher. So I am doing some basics. We'll do another Force Crush. And we might be able to do it right here. I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll try. Perfect. Usually you need Loyal Hand to stack a little bit more, and she was at 0 stacks Loyal Hand, but it worked. It's easier on the version here because there's no Warrior and Chieftain in this situation. With Warrior and Chieftain, it has been less reliable, but I think I've only faced a Relict version once, but that's a counter I like to use, because otherwise I'm not really using Vader and Talon in 3v3. Now, Gas here. The foolish thing to do would be Grand Inquisitor, and I kind of want to do it. If we look at the Inquisitors... What does this new cron do? Oh, is it on defense? I put it on Third Sister, didn't I? So I don't have it. We can do this one. That's not going to do it. You know what? I think we might do... Starkiller. Tempted. I'm really tempted. The thing is, this counter in 3v3 doesn't really work without Datacron. It works with Datacron. At least the old sets. I don't know how similar the new online Force user Datacron is. So I don't want to do it because we've definitely lost a number of times doing that. That's not the button I wanted to hit. Because one thing we do know is that he does not have a Swolo. And not having Swolo means if we do face a Rey on the back wall, even though I don't expect to, if we do see Rey, she's not going to be a Rey that's going to cause major problems. Am I going to take this? I guess we are. I can't use it on Malicos because my squad's not at full relics. Alright. Stun, yeah, let's stun more. We'll hit Skywalker. I'm not worried about the stagger right now. Maybe I'll change my mind later. Right now I just want to get him down to his knees. Yeah, let's get the turn meter. And now hit 5s. Hit 5s. And hit 5s. Perfect. Take out Echo, and here we go. Yeah. If we do face a Ray in the back wall, we've got JML for it. Okay. Although we do have that Qui-Gon, and I would kind of like to just not worry about Qui-Gon and use JML there. Bad Batch. What do I want to do? What if I just do Aphra here and move on and not think about it? Let's get to the back wall, see what he's got for me. The only thing I'm expecting is a Maul. I just don't have Datacrons that I can use. Or maybe we do Troopers here. As long as I have the speed advantage, Troopers would work. Do I have the speed advantage though? Let's check out Echo. How well I'm not going to mess with it. That's a well-modded Echo. My Piet's probably close, but why chance it? Because I think he's probably faster. And this is a strong counter. Let's pull up a droid. Throw a little torture down on Echo. And rip out Echo right here. And now let's just auto because it doesn't matter anymore. Love my BT1. I love Aphra as a character. It's a fun character. Now with the rest of this, alright. Check out what he's got for me. Does he think he can stop me? We got a Raddus. We got a Maul. Things that I was semi-expecting to see. Oh, did I just mess up Raddus? Because Traya's gone. No, we got a Jedi Knight Revan. Alright, let's start with my go-to counter here. My favorite thing to do that we're soon, possibly, probably not going to be able to do anymore. Because R2 might be taken from me. We can find somebody else to go into the R2 slot, but we don't have an ideal option there. R2 is pretty helpful. Because R2 keeps everybody away from my Swolo. I think a level 3 is fine. Who are we even facing right now? Maul? Let's do that. Crit damage will be useful here. Hopefully if his Maul goes... No, okay, it's not going to happen. Let's go down to 1 speed and see if we land it. Give it to me. Yes! I love it when it works in 1 hit. Alright, we'll give a little daze there. We'll hit Beskar, armor, and try and take him out before the birds happen. Boom. And boom. Let's do a little of this, and a little of this, and move on. Great. Easy. Now here, I think we got a Jedi Knight Revan. So if we do a little Jedi Knight Revan with, that's not Yoda, and Bastila Shan, and give him a Datacron. Let's do this, Foresight. We could do that, that wouldn't be terrible, but I think I want the turn meter. Not that accuracy garbage though. Here, this is much better. And throw this. And now we can get started. Mark Raddus, get some turn meter, get my Yoda going, spread those turn meter, or spread the buffs for the turn meter, get some more turn meter. We'll take a free hit. Hit Raddus. Getting through some of that protection up. They're going to go... No, we're not going to do a swap. We are going to do this. That'll give turn meter to Yoda. Alright, now we will swap to Yoda. We will spread the buffs. I will throw this down. We'll mark Raddus again. Get more turn meter going. Take the free hit. Throw around that strategic advantage. That's a lot of exposes on our boy Yoda. Hit Raddus. We're getting closer. We're not there yet, though. We will swap over to Yoda, throw Yoda turn meter. Yoda's about to go take a free hit, spread buffs, and mark again. Get those turn meter over to Yoda. Keep going. Swap to Yoda. Free hit. Big hit. Keep feeding Yoda turn meter. Dispel or cleanse. Mark again. Raddus should be down. Perfect. Now we're going to go over to... Oh my god, why you gotta do this to me? We just had it. Let's feed turn meter. Go back to Yoda. Take the free hit and bring in... There we go. That is the first time Jin has ever brought back Raddus on me. Alright. There we go. Cassian should be down. Not quite. Now Cass will be down. Good. Iden is a stronger one, so we're not going to do any Savage. Well, Savage is gone, so we can't do it. Let's bring in the Wampa, and we'll just get to autoing. Do we... I don't even have a Datacron for this. You have some stats. Take the stat. Take some crit damage. Alright, let's Wamps. Wamps. We will roar and no, let's just let him get going. He'll get through shore pretty soon. Let's talk nonsense. The episode 3 of Loki, which was last week's episode, I think I'm starting to see cracks in it. There's a lot of like, what's the point? It's a lot of distract you from thinking about how nothing's really happening right now. It's one of those situations where they're telling you things are important, but don't think about it and realize that maybe it's not important. So it's a little shakier, but the acting's good, the cast is good, I like the characters. It's just some of the charm from season 1 I'm not feeling in the same way. And a lot of the character scenes that really drove season 1, just, they're not happening as well. Plus, like, Sylvie's just, like, done dirty so far in season 2. I gotta take over, because Wampa is getting distracted, doing the wrong things. Let's hit Death. Not quite there. There, Death is down. We'll auto now that the taunt is up, because Wampa can't get distracted. Alright. Take out Iden. Great. No, not great. One more. Do it. There we go. Phasma. This is a Jedi Knight Luke solo. Do I want to do that though? Is that reckless? I don't think that's reckless. Let's just do it. I don't think I need a Jedi Knight Luke for anything. Have a Datacron. I thought I had one more Jedi one. Whatever. Let's get to this. I love doing solos. It used to be like a big focus of mine. And we've really eased up on them since this newer version of Grand Arena. Or like the current version that we're on. Let's just auto. Luke can take care of this. Alright, Kylo down. Great. Dash here. How do I want to handle this? Does this feel like Hondo? Feels like Hondo. Let's give it a moment. Because I don't want to get into trouble. So let's head back up. Let's clean this up with JMK. Although I should have got this in one. Take... Oh, that's good. Yeah. Tenacity up works great on JMK. And as we go through this... Yeah, let's do that. Take out Vader, and from here we can basically auto. But you can see JMK throwing around all that tenacity up, which means we're getting stacking protection up. And that's going to become more and more of a problem for Vader. So we are just going to auto and let the game do what it wants to do. Gen V latest episode. I like the show in general. This latest episode felt like a mess in a way that the other episodes haven't. It was also a little bit more TV-like, where like Sam's character just did some like more classic TV trope stuff, where considering how good I'd say episodes 5 and 6 were and how really the season in general has been, this one was a little bit of a letdown. Not quite as good or as sharp, but not a big deal. Alright, Jedi. Let's give you Aayla, because we have that... Or is that Aayla cron gone now? I don't remember. Have Hermit Yoda, sure. Yeah, we still got the Aayla cron. Maybe we should bring in Jolie. Let's just go with this, whatever. I'm just concerned that we could miss, or we could lose one of these guys because of this cron. So I'm a little concerned about that. Not a huge deal, but I do want to be a little careful about that. Good. Down. Just always want to respect a cron. Especially level 9 cron. Okay. And boom. Let's move on. It's a nice Aayla cron with all those assists. It's just, you don't use it too often. Okay, I think we're just going to Malicos this. Like, why complicate this one? We've got an excellent counter. We can do Cere Junda, little Malicos, a little Kelkestis. Malicos shuts down any revives. They do have the Omicron on Asajj, which I don't remember what that does. It's like it's one of those luxury ones. It's not bad, but it's definitely not one you want to prioritize in any sense. I've considered it from time to time. And because we don't need to worry about revives, I'm just going to ignore DACA. Because DACA is not the threat she is under. Okay, well, she's going to just go down from counters. Okay, do a little of this. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Bossk Zam, what do we got for you? We got a Raddus, that could be useful here. We do have Grand Inquisitor, which could also be fine. Well, you know what we do have? And maybe, no, we can't do it here because of Boba Fett. We do have the Kneesaa DATACRON, and we're not going to do it. We also have Cody, and we're not going to do that. I think we just do this. It's because Boba Fett is going to mess those kinds of things up. Because all the extra buffs that are going to be going around, Boba Fett's going to just execute. So that Boba Fett can mess things like that up. I don't know, just take something. We'll do a little basic. Take a couple hits. Alright, we AoE, let's swap turns to Raddus. We'll do a basic on Zam because we have to. We'll do some debuffs. Hit Zam. I'd like to take out Zam first if we can. But that's going to depend on some of these other characters. Not getting a ton of exposes yet. Alright, well AoE. Okay. Well, he didn't go down to an execute. That's all that matters. We should, here we go, blow him up. Now they've lost the stats from Zam, and they'll be a lot easier to take down. And Boba Fett here goes down. Now he goes down. Eliminated. Let's go to that back wall, have a little bit of fun, but we will take a glance at fleet. What ship pops up? It looks like nothing to be afraid of. Let's head down here. Look at Dash. Let's do Kneesaa. Let's do it. We got the cron. Let's use it. And we do have Cal Kestis now, so we have his cron ready. And that's why I always go for crons, even if I don't have the character. If I think there's the possibility that I can have that character or cron before the cron expires, I'll grab it. You'll see me do the same thing with Leia, even though Leia is definitely happening real soon. But we're always trying to look for edges. Alright, we'll do this. That'll take care of him. We're going to hit Dash. It definitely seems like the right choice. This is a really powerful Datacron. Just Boba Fett would have messed it up. We probably... we need to find better places to use it. We're still not giving it a true test. Like, that Datacron can beat JML. At least in a 5v5 context, which I can't use it in a 5v5 context. Alright, we got Scythe. We got the Profundity. We got Raddus. We're just going to do the Leviathan here. We're not going to mess around with this one. Because let's not be foolish. Let's not be reckless. Because even though I know the Negotiator and Marauder can beat a lot of ships, I haven't actually watched the footage on it. So I don't know if there's nuances to the lineup or to the play that I need to be aware of in order to execute the thing. And learning on the fly like this is not what we want to do, at least up against a fleet where if I mess up a counter, I could mess up my ability to full clear. That's the thought process. We're just ensuring that nothing major goes wrong. Okay, we'll do basic. Let's bring out you, because I want to call it an assist the next time we get this FCI, so we get more debuffs on the field. That's a poor counter for the, or poor reinforcement for the Profundity. Alright, now we do this. Heal up the FCI a tiny bit. AoE. Die. Perfect. Because that means we can bring out the Mark 6 Interceptor and not have to waste it on a tank. Or at least, especially like a weak tank. I hate bringing out the Interceptor and we have like a almost dead Y-Wing left. And then you have to take it out. But it's just like you feel like you could have done more. So this is going very clean. This is a nice one. And the reason I don't like the Phantom is it doesn't call assists. Like, you could bring out the Ghost, you could bring out Cassian's U-Wing, and you get a bunch of assists that are able to drive the ultimate for the Profundity, and instead you get the Phantom, which is just like a waste of a turn. It's not helping you get to the ultimate, it's not making the fleet better. It's the whole mechanic and point of the fleet is to get to the ultimate, and if you're bringing out a ship that is slowing down your ability to get to the ultimate, then it's not a good reinforcement. Okay. Well, we could basically auto from here. We've already won it. There we go. We'll just auto. Okay, down. Now for the other fleet, I think for the Scythe, we will do Negotiator Marauder. No, do I want to do that though? Because look at these lineups. He's got Interceptor on the front line. That's a waste. But he also has Poe on the front. Excuse me, Poe on the front line with the Raddus. That's also a waste. So there's not like. This is why we're winning this match. Let's do it anyway. Let's learn some of this stuff. Get more comfortable with the mechanics. I think what I've seen is this. So we're gonna go with. We'll go with this, I guess. Maybe we probably should have the Y-Wing, but I'm bringing in clone ships. I think we're going to win regardless, so I'm not going to overthink it. And here we go. We do that. Let's do... Like, this is a type of fleet where you... See, now we've already won. You bring down the Y-Wing and it's over. Which one? Is this the AoE? No, that's the heal. Let's do this one. Okay. Well, basic. And none of this matters. This was just not a good defense for us to do any testing today. Bit unfortunate. Let's bring out 5s, get a nice big hit onto everybody. Boom. We learned nothing. Not a single thing. Now here, what do we have? I guess we're gonna do Chimera. Let's bring it. We'll just bring in just the standard Chimera fleet. No, we'll bring in the Defender. And here we go. Let's check this out. Takes a big hit. That's fine. We'll do a hit over on Rose because we're going to be stuck behind Rose anyway. We'll bring out the Interceptor. Although the Defender probably be a nice option here. But we'll AoE. The Dispel is like the big thing. It was definitely the right call to bring this out. Dispel means they can't work towards the ultimate, and that really messes up their mechanics. Let's Dispel again. Yeah, because in order for them to get to the special, they have to have Deflector Shield. Can we... Fine. Okay, down. Let's try and take out Ray. Down. Down. And down. Good. Should be a win. Because, like... Oh, I guess that was an undefensive. Without the Scythe, he's losing some key counters to some things. Like, that's not a team that... When he's missing some of the fleets that he's missing, like the Leviathan, having a weapon like the Scythe for offense is pretty valuable. So he's not going to full clear. We'll check back in if it looks like... if there's anything to update on, but I think he's done. I think this is a safe win, and if it changes, we'll throw on a different end tag. But nice work. Well played by Darth Wesker. He played it very smart until he got to the back wall, and then some of the little traps did work out in this match. And we'll see if we can... We need to win the next one. I don't know if it's going to make a difference. I got to check the banners, but hopefully we will be in Kyber 2 to start the final season. But thank you for watching. Be excellent to each other. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.